My bird just flew over. Hello, Kodandi here. So, wow, there's a turkey vulture flying around, and that is like my bird. That's like a sign. So as I'm sure you all have noticed, I have not posted any videos in a long time. And as I'm sure some of you might have guessed, and those of you that I'm in contact with outside of YouTube, my health has been really, really bad. It has taken a real nosedive in the past few months. And that's because not only do I still have all of these problems from having COVID, and I'm having, all of the problems with long COVID, but it turns out that the well out here is really massively contaminated. And, those of you that have been following me for a while will remember that last year when I was having all of the problems with the water out here, I also got sick from the water. That was before I had COVID. And I got over it and life went on. And I'm pretty sure that that was the same thing, and that it was Giardia, which is a parasite. And so I started getting sick again back in September. I lost a lot of weight and have, been continuing to lose weight. And so in December, I started to suspect that the problem was the water. When I started having skin infections. And at first I thought it was just a matter of, when the rains start, it'll clear out the well. That did not happen. So I've been working with the people here and trying to figure out various different solutions for dealing with this, for getting the well repaired, getting filtration, taking care of my own health to get the parasites cleared and my own, digestive system repaired. And it has been really unsuccessful. We have not been able to get the well repaired. We have not been able to get the filter installed. And I am so severely immunocompromised that I cannot touch the water without risking reinfection. That I can't even put water in the dog bowl. I cannot put the water into a filter. I can't even put water into a pot to boil it without risking reinfection. And this has been going on for months. And so it's reached a point where I have to leave for my own health because I'm losing the ability to care for myself out here. And so, yesterday I drove up to Oakland and I was talking with people there about, moving back into Oakland, a temporary place, and making, arrangements for that at the end of the month. Talking with the people here, and they're still trying to find some way to make it possible for me to stay here. But the fact is that, I can't be living out here alone in the condition that I'm in. I can't be living out here alone without any water, being as sick as I am. I need to be closer in to, access health care. And it's hard. I mean, it's really hard. I mean, it's, I have really enjoyed this time in an ashram alone in the wilderness. I have really enjoyed my time at the temple here. And when I was back in Oakland, I got my first COVID vaccine, and it was in a mass vaccine center, and I kind of had a panic attack because I'm not used to being around a lot of people in a crowded space like that. And I was listening to the radio. I was listening to the local college radio stations. And I'm like, oh my God, I haven't heard punk music in such a long time. I haven't heard reggae music in such a long time. And I'm, going to places and talking to people like I haven't done this. It was just weird because I've been out here living alone with, the dog and the donkeys living in the wilderness. And all of a sudden there's like people walking. There's, streets and traffic. And I don't know. It's hard. It's really, really hard to leave this place in spite of all of the problems, in spite of not having water, in spite of being so sick. It's incredibly difficult for me to leave this place. Being so quiet out here, having, animals, having nature, having wilderness, having the beautiful night sky, having all of this space to myself, having the temple, having access to a Hindu temple anytime, day or night. It's really difficult for me to leave this place, but I am losing the ability to care for myself out here, and I have to go until I can get better. And I don't know what they're gonna do about this place. I was talking with the ashram people this morning. I don't know what they're gonna do. They have to figure something else out. They have enough time to figure something else out. But yeah, my time here is up, and I need to re-enter society. I have to interact with people again and not live alone in the wilderness anymore, because I just can't do it. I just can't do it anymore. And it's just, yeah. So that is my update. Nithyanandam.